Okay, now this is another collective reading. If you would like a zodiac read, hit your zodiac in the comment. The more zodiacs I see, the more likely it is for you to have a reading. Now, I haven't pulled the cards yet, but I want to let you know that the quote I've got in my head, what I'm getting repeatedly going off as I come into this reading is, how much money do you have in your bank account? Now, I don't know why I'm asking that, but it's important for the read. So let's find out why on earth I am asking you how much money you have in your bank account. Do you know how much money is in your bank account right now? Are you checking your bank account? Is your bank account empty? Is your bank account bursting at the seams? Have you got multiple different bank accounts with multiple different money in it? Have you got different wallets for cryptocurrency as well? Yeah, stocks, bonds, trades, investments. You've got a bit of gold going on there. Have you got it? If you've got it, flaunt it. And are you aware of how much you've got everywhere? Someone needs to be aware of what they've got and where they've got it. And how it's making a return. Like, is it benefiting you in the accounts that it's currently in? I mean, with the market the way that it's been over the last year and the crypto winter that we've just gone through, I mean, I would be careful about screaming the best thing to do is throw all your money into crypto and watch it work for itself, because that's really kind of not the case at this time, regardless if we are in a bull market or not. But the truth of the matter is, there is a real need to understand what is in your bank account at this time. And furthermore, I'm getting in my head a vision of manifesting what you want in your bank account. Oh, this is interesting. I've never seen this before. I've got a technique for you guys that I'm being given. Right, so I teach a lot of different manifestation techniques and different activities and exercises to improve your wealth and abundance. I am being told that if you guys introduce this technique that I'm about to give you now, that by the end of the year, you will see this amount in your account, okay? But be realistic about it as well, because, and obviously I'm not doing the work for you, I can't guarantee this, but if you are being realistic about these figures, you will benefit. You've got to go through, so this is what we do. Go through every single one of your bank accounts and your wallets, wherever you've got money and investments, whatever it is, right? Your assets, write them all down, and the amount of them and the date, right? Add it all up as a total and then times it by 3, yeah? And then you want to go online, you want to get an image of an ATM. You can either print this off. If you like to print things off and stick it on your wall, you can print off an ATM balance slip and then write that balance into it, right? And then obviously you could also get a little bit of paper, draw a fake bank card on it, bank card of the Hermitologist or whatever your name is and what you want to label it, write the number on it, sign it on the back, and use that as your official card, yeah, contactless payments of that balance there. Then you want to take that manifestation, that gorgeous ATM that you've created with your balance slip on it, with the name of your accounts and everything on it showing up at the ATM. You can make the ATM look as gorgeous as you like. And then from there, you either want to put that in a diary, log it on your PowerPoint and save that as your financial manifestation. And then put that card into your wallet, into your purse, into your filing cabinet, wherever you would keep your real cards and things like that. And then just let that sit there, okay? Allow that to just kind of multiply and develop on its own. Now, all of you, this isn't going to work for all of you if you're not actively out there in the world making money and trying to do things about it. But with subconsciously, that will now just sit there on the laptop, sit there on the wall, sit there in your filing cabinet or in your diary and multiply in line with your actions. So if your actions are about, okay, I know I've got all this money and I want to make this much more. If you know you can times it by 10 because you've got big deals coming in, do that. Times it by whatever you feel is realistic for you, and then just kind of let it sit there. And then you've got the end of the year to just kind of bear in mind all of those figures. Now they're in your mind space. They're all logged in together at the ATM in your imagination through your manifestation, and they're just going to sit there and multiply over time, right? I hope you've received that. If that's a bit confusing, then I'm sorry. Let me know in the comments. But what I'm going to share with you now is the cards I've actually pulled during this time. And the bottom of the deck is Wish Fulfillment. Now, Wish Fulfillment is 9 of Cups in this deck. And it looks really, really nice because I'm seeing there's been some disruption and a new beginning that you've had. So I'm looking at a brand new beginning, but there was disruption before it, or disruption leading into it, and that's a natural thing. We can't get the Empress card, the new beginning card, without having a Tower moment. Yeah, the Tower moment is what brings in the new, and the disruption card in this deck is actually the Tower. We've got the Moon out, and we've got Temperance out, we've got the Devil out, and we've got the Chariot out. This is a major reading, may I add, as well. You've got Love out as well. Now, oh, look at this. I've never seen anything like this either. I'm seeing someone has learnt to love the devil. I mean, maybe you've watched my reading about removing the devil, because there's so many images and memes out there that you will see Jesus, one side of Jesus's face next to the devil. And then there's all this spiritual quotes saying you cannot have one without the other, light and dark. And there's that show on Netflix called Good and Bad Omens, I believe it's called. And it's all about the dark and the light, the devil and the angel working to create, what do you call it, the Garden of Eden. And they kind of tell their story over time, where one angel was born and one devil was born, and how they were raised to create this kind of this world, and how they both keep the ledger of light and dark. Interesting that we're going this deep in story, but someone's learning to love their demons is the point. Someone's learning to love their shadow side. Someone's learning to love their inner critic, right? Because you get those voices in your head. I'm not good enough. I'm not making enough money. Oh, I look hideous today. Oh, I'm so fat. I need to lose weight. Oh my God. All of those thoughts, that's your inner critic. That's your inner demons. They're your insecurities, right? And it's about loving those, yeah? It's about owning the fact that you have those feelings, full stop. Anyone who acts like they don't have those feelings, you're always going to be stuck and limited, because obviously my examples are not going to be your examples, but there are stuff we have personally that weigh on us. And when we can see it and own it and go, that is indeed my demons, that is my inner critic, because that's always been an insecurity for me. That's always got me feeling a little bit uncomfortable, whether or not I'm the right size for the world, whether or not my hair's beautiful enough, whether or not my skin's glossy enough, whether or not I've got enough in the bank, whether or not this person's going to love me enough, whether or not I'm coming across smart and elegant enough. All of these silly things that we worry about, the inner critic, the inner demons, the inner fears and insecurities. The sooner we love them and we acknowledge that they are a part of us, and we can say, I feel, yeah? Instead, we do a lot of I am affirmations. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am strong. I am loved. I am amazing. I'm destined for greatness. But also on the contradiction of that, to soothe and accommodate the inner demon that is never going to go anywhere, you have to be able to out it and say, I feel frustrated. I feel insecure. I feel timid. I feel broken. I feel like I need more. I feel like I have less. I feel mentally conflicted. I feel less than. I feel lack. I feel unworthy. And that's okay, because we're not saying I am unworthy or I am in lack. No, we're saying I feel. And we are allowed to feel absolutely any way in which we feel. And that doesn't take away from the potential to achieve more and obtain our wishes, with the wish card being out here. It just clearly states and affirms that, you know what? I am all of these amazing things. But I actually, in the same breath, do feel all of these lower vibrational things at the same time. And I'm going to take that in. I'm going to soak it in. I'm going to nourish it and own it, because only then can I really break through and ascend. Yeah? Let's go in with a little bit more. Oh, I've got some cards staring at me as well. I'm not even pulling the deck. Like, the cards are actually looking at me dead in the face, saying, I'm coming out. Get me out. So let's quickly take them out and see what they've got to tell us. First card out is Fire Ignited, right on top of the Empress card. That's passion and new beginning. Then we've got the Notebook, the Lovers. There's something that you absolutely love and adore. Oh my. And in the past, it's been a soul crime. Oh. When the soul crime card comes out, you don't really want to see it. But when it's coming out with a shadow, which is the Moon, it's like, oh, you felt like you couldn't have this. Oh, you felt like you couldn't do this. Oh my God, the Bachelorette card's coming out. Ace of Cups, love. This looks like a love reading. We've just shifted through the conversation we've had, and now we're at love. Okay, so I could be connecting with someone who wants to move to someone in a loving way, but has a lot of inner demons and insecurities about love, right? What if I'm not enough? What if I'm not good enough? What if they reject me? What if they don't accept me? What if I let them down? What if they let me down, right? Then we've got Justice coming out in the past, Bird Box, yeah? is the image, the movie Bird Box on Netflix. And it's like you're being blindfolded. So many images of you being unable to see here. But magic's happening. All this time while you've been unable to see, right? Could have eyesight issues as well, potentially. But either way, something has been blocked from view. You've been unable to see something. But God has deliberately blocked you. Now we've got the Lovers card. We've got 2 Ace of Cups card and the Heart Chakra coming out on top of that. This is serious love. Wow, I wasn't expecting the reading after everything we've just discussed about the manifestation of money. And me saying what is in your bank account. Do you have insecurities around how much money you have? And how that's going to impact your relationship? Being the breadwinner in a relationship? Because how have we just gone from an intensive talk about money to an absolute profound love? What a different shift, right? And do you know what? That's the exact same reading I just put out. This is going to be the last collective reading I put out then. I'm going to go into Zodiacs next, because the 2 readings I've just put, the reading before this is practically the same story playing out again. From just a slightly different perspective here. And we're just gone in a little bit more on that money issue. But now we're back at love. We're bouncing here on the spectrum from love and money. The desire for both. And the desire to be at peace with your finances and the money in your bank account. To also be at peace with this love. Because someone engaging is either feeling really, really inferior about love, or feeling really, really inferior about money, or a combination of both. Yeah? Let me see what the other last 2 cards are before I say anything. Yeah, Contagion and Bachelor. Oh my Gideon. I'm looking at The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. Yeah? These are actual TV shows. Both of them have got red roses in their hands. And we've got The Bachelorette here, Ace of Cups, and The Bachelor, Ace of Wands. We've got a counterpart couple here. 2 people in love underneath the Temperance Balance card. This is genuine love here. Heartfelt, emotional, deep, satisfying. Fucking hell, the Notebook's out. Do you get what I mean? That's the Lovers card as well. We've got the Notebook out between the Bachelor and the Bachelorette, where there's this contagion energy, which is the Tower card. 2 towers out as well. This man and this woman could be same sex. I'm just saying energy wise. This man and this woman are absolutely in love with each other, and they're both having tower moments about this love. I can't remember the ins and outs of the Notebook, but everyone talks about it's one of the most romantic movies out there. But there's a romantic love story playing out here, where love has begun, but there's been a lot of inner demons that have had to be freed here, and a lot of really dirty, dark soul contracts that had to be tied up here. Real levels of toxicity on the outskirts of this before it could birth, and a lot of these toxicities stem within inside yourself, right? Within inside of us, how we love ourselves, how we view relationships, like real inner critic. What if this person doesn't love me when they see all of me and they know who I really, really am at the core? What do I do then? If they don't want to be with me then, when they see all of me, all of the stuff that's not so cute and not so obvious, and all the stuff that they don't see me do on social media, like all of the stuff I do in secret, all of my little quirks and messy habits and smelly odours, and I'm getting like burping, farting, clothes thrown around, toothpaste all over the gaff. Like it's silly ideologies of like feeling a little bit embarrassed to really let your guard down, because what if it reveals that you're not really into me? And I don't see that at all. I think both of you are going through the exact same thoughts and feelings, and you may be blocking each other out. I think maybe you could have meant to have a date or meet up or go out and do something, and you just kind of held off on it. You were like, I'm not going to bother, just because I don't know if I'm ready to open those kind of worms, and for you to see me in such a vulnerable state. And what if I really open up and you don't receive me well? What if one day we really argue and have a really, really massive fight, and I say some really, really hurtful stuff, and then you can't forgive me for that? What if I get really, really down and low and depressed and emotional and vulnerable at a period of time, and you find that as a turn off and you can't support me through that? What if? Do you get what I mean? It's just what if? which is one of the most annoying sentiments and phrases that we could potentially say, especially when I'm looking at the love being as gorgeous as it is, you know. But it's like, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if I do this? Like, I mean, I understand why the relationship has kind of been on hold, and why you've been going through this, because you're trying to get stable in your finances, right? But also, you've had to work on those inner demons, and I would say keep working on that, because regardless of what you look like, what you smell like, whether you're having a good day or a bad day, whether you get into a massive argument and tell the other person to fuck off and suck a dick, or vice versa, you have a full-on breakdown and go through months of crying, deep depression. If someone truly loves you and cares about you, they will be there for you through it. And the only way that you know if the love is real is by going on the journey to see how far love transcends all, right? You're not going to know if love can transcend all things here unless you choose to go on a journey to see if love can transcend all. Yeah? So, and the truth of the matter is, from the cards that I can see here, it's ridiculous, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, I don't see any issues. It's the Notebook's out, come on. Greatest love story of all time is what it actually says here as well, on the card. And we're looking at the Bachelorette and the Bachelor, two single people who've probably been single for a long time, trying to really not get into any relationship because of their own inner demons and own insecurities, and because they're chasing money, right? And I don't want to say chasing money in a negative way, because you're healthy about your coin. That's why I've given you that exercise, because you're clearly smart and switched on and are about that bread, you know? So, I mean, it's really gorgeous, and I would say go for it. I would say that this relationship is so sexy, so beautiful, so passionate, and I feel like you deserve it, you know? I really do. I'm also looking at 2 rings, because both of the cards have rings on it. So you're looking at husband and wife material. You're looking at a relationship that's going to start off very, very romantic and passionate and go through spouts and sparks and shifts and changes in both of you as you ascend in this love. But I think love will transcend all, and I see you getting married. I see you going on holiday a lot together. I see you having a beautiful outdoor space, gardens, trees, a lot of land I see here as well. And I see potentially a little boy being born as well. Wow, there's a lot going on here, okay? Definitely, if you haven't got kids, or you're thinking about having kids, or you want to have kids, I see a little boy being born. I potentially see 2 boys as well. And then a lot of holidays. Wow, really gorgeous, okay? I hope that gives you hope and motivation to go after this. Keep working on your money, keep working on your inner demons, and keep moving towards that love. And to be honest, I think it's so beautiful when you choose to really work on yourself and know yourself before you just throw yourself into relationships. There's nothing more icky, in my opinion, than getting into a relationship when you're not actually there and you don't love yourself, because you can't love another person until you love yourself. And it's just pointless to get into a relationship and use the other person to pacify you and give you the love that you can't provide yourself. You need it within first. And I see that both of you have been working incredibly hard to make sure you have high levels of love, so that way what you offer to the other is natural and authentic to you, you know, which is awesome. So love and light. I'll be back soon with more. Bye.